Okay. So, hello, beloveds. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm Claire Sierra. I'm the author of The Magdalene Path, Awaken the Power of Your Feminine Soul. And here we are. It is September. It's September. And so today, and it's the equinox. So, or we're in the season of equinox. You know, I'm not getting into the nitty gritty of which day the actual thing happens. We're in the equinox. So today our theme will be a lot about balance. We'll be talking some about balance as we're working with the Magdalene Rosary, because there's lots of different ways you can be using this practice, this tool. And my goal, my intention for these is always to share with you some ways that you can start to weave it into your life so that it becomes part of your being, your becoming, your daily practices that can bring you back into center. Because as we know, life is it's a bit rocky right now, and it's been a bit rocky for a bit, and that may not be changing for a while. So what we need to do, I feel like, is we need to find ways that we can center ourselves. We need to find ways that we can get ourselves grounded, that we can bring ourselves back to center. Why? So that we can be coming from our own cause and intention, rather than at the effect of the world that's around us. Because otherwise, if we're not grounded, we're not centered, that's what's likely to happen. We can get triggered by things, or things can be happening around us that can kind of knock us around. Reading things in the news, seeing things on social media, having interactions with people in your world. And it's natural that we get blown off course. That's just part of the process. Remember, forget, remember. You know, that's kind of how it goes. So today we'll be working with the theme of balance some, and also probably with the theme of harvest, because we're really in harvest right now. You know, I live adjacent to some alfalfa and wheat fields, and any of you that have gardens, this is a full time. Any farmers, any gardeners know this is a very big time of harvest. So that will be some of what we'll be addressing today. And I'm delighted that you're here, whether you're here live or you're watching this via replay on YouTube. It's fabulous to have you here. So in a moment, we'll drop into the prayer practice, but I always like to start with a little bit of ritual, and then I'm going to bring us all together and ground and center us. And then I'm going to go through the prayer a little bit shortly. And some of you may have heard some of this, but I was thinking about it again today, and there's just pieces to it that I want to really highlight so that we know as we're doing this, that what we're working with. So as I mentioned previously, feel free to drop into the chat where you're beaming in from. We always have a very international audience here. And any prayers or intentions that you might already know that you're carrying in your heart. We're going to go into that a little bit more in just a moment. But you may have something already that you know you want to be praying for. So yeah, so let's do that. Let's start with a little bit of ritual and prayer. Just taking a moment to close your eyes, or just dropping your gaze. It can be very helpful to practice doing this without closing your eyes, actually. So dropping your gaze or closing your eyes and allowing yourself to feel your breath in your body. Feeling your breath. Noticing as you do that your breath naturally starts to slow and deepen just on its own. And allowing that, enhancing, encouraging that by breathing more fully into your belly, breathing into your sacral chakra, just below your belly button. Maybe even putting a hand there, breathing into your womb, your hips, feeling yourself fill the golden bowl of your pelvis. And maybe if it feels good, rocking a little bit, maybe rocking side to side or rolling your pelvis, just so that you feel that. So you feel your body, you feel yourself in your body. So much of our life takes us up and out. And this is, and the Magdalene Path is an embodiment practice or practices. Feeling ourselves grounded and connected in a circle together, a circle with everyone around the globe. This is a circle that wraps the globe like a string of rosary beads, each of you a bead on this rosary. And as we notice ourselves and feel ourselves connected as this rosary, this string of beads around the planet, also feel us protected. Calling in God, Goddess, the divine light of all there is to protect this circle and its participants. Keep us safe from any unwanted interference or listening. Bringing in our own guides and guardians, calling in the presence of Mary Magdalene. And the priestesses of her lineage and all the lineages that you may carry, known or unknown. And in this space, this quiet, centered, grounded space, see if there is anything in particular that's calling you for prayer, that's needing prayer support in your life. That could be something personal for yourself, could be something for a beloved, someone in your life. It could be something more global or more for your community. And then peeking your eyes open, if you have one nearby, grabbing a candle. You just want to light this candle in honor of the light within, the spark that we each are, the power of this flame. I was just in Southern Oregon, where the power of the flame is very well known, where there's fires raging, as there are in California and other places. So this small light is powerful and can be, used for good and can be used for ill. So we're honoring the power of the fire that we are, that our spirit is. And honoring and thanking the guides and guardians who walk with us and who we call here today. Blessed be. So we're going to drop into the prayer in just a moment, but I just wanted to share a bit about it. Many of you may have heard this story or read this story already, so I won't necessarily go into it in great detail, but suffice to say, I've been working with the practices in the Magdalene Path book, using them myself, teaching them with others since I published the book in 2014. And there was one piece that was missing for me, and that was a prayer practice or practice that I could use every day that brought me into a deep place of stillness. I could access that place at different times in different ways, but there wasn't anything particularly that was allowing me to get there easily and quickly. And I woke up one morning with the awareness of a new way to pray the rosary, the traditional rosary to Mother Mary. And you don't need to know the traditional rosary to be able to do this. Just know, but if you do know the traditional rosary, it will make it, may make it easier for you to remember this prayer. And I will, and I'll reference some of those notes, some of those points, so some of those access points. I also am going to just take a moment to pop the handout into the chat. So if you don't have the handout and you want to grab it, there it is, but you don't need it. You can follow along without it, and you can get it later. And also it's great to make your own notes, to make your own, write it. It just helps remember it yourself. So, yeah, so the prayer. The prayer starts as, so the traditional prayer starts, Hail Mary, full of grace. What I received was Hail Magdalene, full of light, or priestess of light. That's always how she's appeared to me, as just a being of great light. In the guidance that I received writing the Magdalene Path, the path that she and Yeshua, Jesus, walked, they called the path of love and light. So the next line is, in the traditional rosary, now I'm forgetting. So the next line is, the way of love is with you and me. You'll sometimes hear me say within you and me. So in the traditional rosary, there's a lot of thee, thy, thou language. When I say the traditional Hail Mary, I replace that. And I say within you, or with you and me. To bring ourselves into it. We are part of this prayer. We're not praying to her as some supplicant, as though she's some holy and better than us being, but we're drawing her down in, and we're honoring her. So we're aligning with her. And so the path of love, the way of love, is not out there. It's within us. It's us too. We are it. The next line is, blessed are you among women, because yeah, she as an aspect, or as an aspect of the divine feminine, as a embodiment of the divine feminine, as Sophia, she would be called in perhaps esoteric Christianity, Western Christianity. She's blessed. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb. Sarah. And maybe Sarah isn't part of your practice, or you don't know who Sarah is. You can leave that part out, because either way, blessed is her womb. And you'll also hear me sometimes say, blessed are you among women, blessed is the fruit of our womb. Because really, as women, that's what we're doing here. We're really awakening and inspiring our own divinity. We're remembering our own divinity, which for hundreds and thousands of years has been neglected, has been ostracized, so, and removed from our awareness. So we're bringing that all back. And I mean, we're still in challenges around that now. In the United States, women are still don't have equal rights, still are fighting apparently for our own reproductive freedom. So blessed is the fruit of our womb. We want to honor our own womb space. Holy Mary becomes Holy Magdalene. And I usually say Sister Divine, or you might hear me sometimes say Sister Priestess or Sister Goddess. You can fill in these words as you want to, as the ones that feel right with you. And you'll hear me throughout saying it with some changes, just as I feel them, but also just to give you some different experiences of what those different words feel like as resonance in your body. And then finally, awaken the path of the rose in us now and forever. Amen. Awaken the path of the rose. The path of the rose is the mystical path of the sacred feminine. It's found in, I think, almost all world religions. And so that's, and it's directly connected with Mary Magdalene. It's directly connected with the rose line in that runs through Europe. There's lots of things I could say about the path of the rose. We won't get into that more today. But awaken the path of the rose in us now and forever. Amen, or blessed be, however you like to close a prayer. Now, you might also, in this, sometimes I leave that last sentence open, like I'll say awaken and then leave a lot of space, because that would also be the place to insert your own prayer. Awaken the healing of my beloved, or awaken the hearts of humanity to world peace, or awaken our love for the planet so that we can solve the problems of climate change, or whatever these things might be for you and in you. Awaken the healing of my insert body challenge, things like that. So you might also hear that. We might experiment with that. Sometimes we do that during the second round or the second decade, which gets to the how do we do this? So I'm going to show you, I have rosaries from being Italian and Irish ancestry. I have rosaries from a lot of my grandmothers, great aunts, mothers, grandfather, all kinds, right? So I have all these rosaries. But I started getting a lot of requests for rosaries, and I started making them. So I make these, what I call wrist rosaries. I make two different kinds. Let me show you that. And there's two different kinds. They each have 22 beads. We'll say the same prayer for the whole thing. In the traditional rosary, you say different prayers on different beads. In the Magdalene Rosary, we keep it simple. We're just saying one prayer. If in your own practice, you want to weave in different prayers on different beads, be my guest. That's totally fine. But the way we're going to do it today, and the way I do it, is I say one prayer. Do you generally say one prayer? And these have different beads at the 11 and 22 point, let's just say. And they're just two different styles. These, which is how a traditional rosary is too. There's 10 beads and then one that's usually separated off. It may or may not be bigger depending on yours. So that 10 is called a decade. As my Irish grandmother called it, a decade. I don't know if that's their own personal thing or if that's what they were called. But anyway, these are, just as a side note, these are available, and they're on sale on the 22nd for $22. I'll mention more about that at the end, but I just want you to know that these are available in the US for folks that are wanting to pray with these special rosaries that I've created and blessed and anointed. Okay, so that's using the beads. Okay, so we're going to start on a bead, and each prayer is one bead. So if you have any questions, feel free to come off mute, or if you want to put any questions into the chat, but I think we'll just start. I'll keep an eye on that, but I'll keep an eye on that. And otherwise, we're going to just get started. So, holding the beads in your hand, whatever you're using. And if you don't have beads, no worries, because hopefully you've got 10 fingers or 10 toes and you can use them. But holding your beads in your hand, I always kind of like to warm them up, taking a breath in. If you have an essential oil or a holy oil that's nearby, as a priestess of the Magdalene, my temple, the oil that I am the temple keeper of, that chose me and gifted me is spikenard. So that's what I use. A little bit of spikenard on my hands, onto the beads, especially onto these aromatherapy. These are vintage or sandalwood aromatherapy beads. And feeling into your intention. And sometimes it's nice to do a little mudra, which could be like with two hands, and you could do the equal arm cross of the Cathars, or you could do a circle. Somebody once showed me how they like to do a spiral or spiral, just something to sort of signify that you're starting. And taking a deep breath in, and I'll say it slowly as I begin, kind of so you can call and respond. You're all on mute, so you can say it out loud. Hail, Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is with you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Sarah. Sarah was the daughter of the Magdalene and Yeshua. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the path of the rose in us, now and forever. Blessed be. So that's one prayer, one bead. Hail, Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is with you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Sarah. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the path of the rose, now and forever. Amen. Hail, Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is with you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the path of the rose, now and forever. Blessed be. Hail, Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the path of the rose, now and forever. Blessed be. Hail, Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the path of the rose in us, now and forever. Amen. Blessed be. Hail, Magdalene, full of light. The way of love is with you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Sarah. Honoring the lineage of all who came after her, birthed through her body or not. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the path of the rose in us now and forever. Amen. Hail, Magdalene, full of light. The way of love is with you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Holy Magdalene, sister, priestess, awaken the path of the rose in us, now and forever. Amen. Blessed be. Hail, Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of our womb in sisterhood. Holy Magdalene, sister divine, awaken the path of the rose in us, now and forever. Amen. Blessed be. Hail, Magdalene, full of light. Of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Sarah. Holy Magdalene, sister divine, awaken the path of the rose in us now and forever. Blessed be. Amen. Hail, Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb, our holy womb. Holy Magdalene, sister priestess, awaken the path of the rose in us now and forever. Blessed be. And now as we come to one of those bigger beads, or the 11th bead after the decade, we just take a moment to be quiet and feeling the energy that is around us now. We're at this time of the equinox. And the equinox is a time when there's balance. There's balance in the world, in the sky, anyway. There's balance in dark and light. Day and night are equal. And feeling into what does that feel like to have day and night feeling equal? What does it feel like to know that there's balance? That there's balance in the world. There's balance on the planet. Especially in a time that may feel perhaps very not balanced. And thinking about your own life, or feeling into your own life and your own life experience. Where are you experiencing balance, or how are you experiencing balance? It's ironic at this time of harvest that the theme is balance, because harvest often feels anything but balanced. Fall tends to be a very busy time. Fall, which is what we're in the northern hemisphere. You might be beaming in from the southern hemisphere, in which you're going into spring. But for us, we're starting to take the dip into the deepening. And yet there's still a lot to do. We're in this time of back to school, back to work after summer, after holiday, after time off, after retreat, replenishment, rejuvenation, perhaps, hopefully. And so it's a busy time, and yet here we are talking about balance. How beautiful it is that we get to think about balance, and where are we experiencing balance, and where maybe are you feeling out of balance? Where in you is a longing for balance? And where could you take one tiny step towards creating more balance? Balance is not a static thing. We move in and out of balance all the time. And so where could you bring in more balance without judgment, shame, or criticism? And then on that bead, we say, Hail Magdalene, Hail Magdalene. Full of light, priestess of light, feeling her presence perhaps in front of you, or perhaps she's far off and she's walking towards you, but feeling her coming in to our space. Hail Magdalene, priestess of light, the way of love. The way of love is within you and me. That is the path of the rose. That is the path of the divine feminine, and it is the path that Jesus, Yeshua, and Magdalene taught. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb, Sarah. And the lineage, bloodline or not, the lineage that we carry, that we are rediscovering. Holy Magdalene, sister. There's our sister. She's like us. Sister and priestess. She's a priestess. You may not resonate with being a priestess. And yet there was a whole culture that we've lost track of, the culture of the priestess. So honoring her as a priestess. Awaken the path of the rose. Awaken these places that are out of balance in me or that are needing balance. Awaken the path of balance now and forever. Blessed be. Amen. Hail Magdalene, priestess of light. The path of the rose is with you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Holy Magdalene, sister divine, awaken the way of love in us now and forever. Amen. So you notice I swapped those two phrases just to feel what that feels like for you. There's a difference. Want to tune into your own alignment. Hail Magdalene, priestess of light, full of light, full of light. The path of the rose is within you and me. We already are on it. Just by being here signifies your connection to the path of the rose. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb, our womb, this sisterhood. Holy Magdalene, sister divine, awaken the way of love in us. Now and forever, blessed be. Hail Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is with you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of our womb. Holy bodies, holy souls. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Holy Magdalene, sister, goddess, Awaken the path of the rose, now and forever. Amen. Hail, Magdalene, full of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb, Sarah. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the path of the rose in us, now and forever. Blessed be. Amen. Hail, Magdalene, full of light, priestess of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb, Sarah, the divine daughter, divine child. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the path of the rose in us now and forever. Blessed be. Amen. Hail, Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of our womb, our own holy bodies, our own holy beings. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken your prayer here now, in us now and forever. Amen. Hail, Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken in us now and forever. Amen. Blessed be. Hail, Magdalene, full of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of our womb, your womb, this sisterhood. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the heart of humanity in us now and forever. Blessed be. Hail, Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Holy Magdalene, Sister, Goddess, beloved, awaken the path of the rose, now and forever. Blessed be. Hail, Magdalene, priestess of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of our womb. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the path of the rose in us, now, forever. Amen. Hail, Magdalene, full of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb, Sarah. Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the path of the rose in us now and forever. Blessed be. And then we come to that last baby bead and breathing in, we feel again turning to the equinox and the fruit of our harvest, feeling into harvest. What is so full and ripe and needing picking in your life right now? Where are there blessings unacknowledged and overflowing? Maybe that's showing up as too busy, too much to do, But how do you start to reframe that so that it feels like it's a blessing and a gift and something that you can receive, or something that you can start to make amends or make changes to? Where is your life feeling ripe? In other words, where is your longing to be picked, to be harvested? Are there any unacknowledged blessings of abundance? Acknowledging those and releasing those. We say, Hail Magdalene, full of light, priestess of light. The way of love is within you and me. Blessed are you among women. Blessed is the fruit of your womb. Sarah, Holy Magdalene, Sister Divine, awaken the path of the rose in us now and forever. Blessed be. And now just allowing yourself to receive the download, receive the light. We'll sit quietly for a few minutes so that you can really receive. Allow this light into the fullness of the chalice of your being. And as you begin to feel full, and you may not feel full yet, but as you begin to feel full, feel how that energetically changes you inside, feeling the changes to your brain and mind and body and being. And feel how that energetically changes the space around you. Because we are, in essence, vibrational beings, and you are now vibrating in a much different rate and space. And so as you're in this energetic space of alignment with your own divine essence, your own soul being, is there anything in your heart, in your soul, that your soul is longing to bring into being, that your soul is longing for in your world? And rather than make that as a request, see it happening now. Just see it happening already. So if you're wanting more time and space for yourself, seeing yourself having that. If you're wanting more business, more clients, seeing that happening, seeing them coming to you, finding you. If you're wanting beautiful connection with your beloved or with your family, see that happening. Tuning back to your original intention or prayer, seeing that sort of turned inside out so that it's already happening. Maybe that's a prayer for the larger community or for the world even. But visualizing that as though it's already so. You don't need to know how that's going to happen. That's not for you to figure out, but just that it's happening. Placing in order with the universe, with the divine, this here now, please. Knowing that it comes in its own divine timing, in its own perfect way, only for the best and highest, the good of all concerned. And now releasing that prayer and then just shining this energy out into your own space, your own home, office, wherever you might be. Could be in your car even. But just beaming that into that space, shining love and light into that space, clearing it of any denser, more negative or held energies. Radiant, vibrant light. And then out past your own space into maybe your land or property, maybe into your neighborhood. And seeing how as you do that, it links up with others who have a similar prayer or intention. You don't have to do all this on your own. You don't have to be the light of the whole world. You are the light of the world, but you don't have to do the whole thing yourself. We're not doing it alone. We can't do it alone. And yet someone has to do it. So here we are. We get to do it. So again, seeing your light linking up with other lights, much like in the beginning where we saw ourselves as a rosary chain around the planet. Now you might see it more as bubbles of light or stars or flowers or roses all around your neighborhood, town, city, country, continent, spanning the continent. Seeing that beautiful web of light. And knowing that though we can't see the effect of that yet, we know it has impact. So releasing that to the best, to the highest, the best and highest, the good of all concerned, releasing that prayer, that light, that emanation to the divine, knowing that he, she uses that as is in the best and highest for humanity, for the planet, for all beings. sentient and otherwise. Releasing that prayer, releasing that energy. Bringing yourself back to this circle, feeling yourself in your chair, feeling yourself rooted and grounded in your own space, and yet also connected to these other beloveds that are around the planet. Maybe even feeling yourself in a circle as we all sit together. And then bringing yourself back, peeking your eyes open, maybe making a few notes if you'd like to jot down your intention. Maybe any guidance or insight you saw, anything about the prayer itself that you want to remember, certain words or phrases or images or ideas that came to you. It's taking a moment to do that. And then feel free to share in the chat anything about this that you would like to, anything about your prayer so that it can be witnessed and shared with others, shared by others. So others, when others know our prayers, somehow that magnifies it, brings it into being. So go ahead and put any of that into the chat, anything about the prayer, anything you received and would like to share. Go ahead and put that into the chat. If you'd like to come off mute, you're welcome to do that. Just know that this is going to be posted up on YouTube, and so it'll be seen by others, which is great, totally great. But just full disclosure, this goes onto the interwebs. So while you're deepening into that and recalibrating yourself from that, I want to share with you about a couple things that are coming up, some ways to go deeper. I hope that's okay. First of all, I always like to let people know when, some free and low cost ways to keep moving forward on the Magdalene Path. So first of all, mark your calendar to keep this going. We do this monthly on the 22nd. The 22nd is the sort of the esoteric number that is often, 22 is the esoteric number often associated with Mary Magdalene. So we do this on the 22nd. The next one will be Saturday, October 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific. So for now, we're doing it at 10 a.m. Pacific. If you start hearing feedback that it's, too late, too early, too something, then maybe we could consider changing that. But for now, by having it on the 22nd, then it rotates around different days. So can't always make every single one, but hopefully it works into a time that you are able to attend. So mark your calendar for that. And I would love to have you join us. If you felt moved by today, this is of course offered as a blessing and a gift from me to you. But if this is something that you would like to support, I lovingly receive your heart contributions. I'll just pop a little link into the chat so that you could do that if you were to want to send me some sort of blessing, donation, or gift of a financial nature. So then there's also the Magdalene Path Facebook group. Magdalene Path Sanctuary on Facebook is another way to stay in this energy and stay in this circle. And of course, there's the Magdalene Path book, which I'll put a link into the chat for. And I also have the Audible version coming out. I've been having somebody make the book as an audiobook. So I'm very excited about that. That'll be coming out. I'll be sharing more about that. It's already available, but I have some special ways to be sharing that coming soon. So that's very exciting. I'll just pop the link in case you're looking for the book. But the main thing I really wanted you to know about is if this is something that, if doing spiritual practices and being connected with your own divine feminine, your own feminine soul, and the path of Mary Magdalene as a guide and as a priestess and as a luminous being whose life provides countless metaphors, if that's something you're interested in more of, I am in the process of gathering the next cohort of the Magdalene Path program. And it's something, several of you have already gone through it. Some of you have gone through it more than once. And feel free to pop in if you'd like to share at all what that experience has been like for you. I've had many women bless me and say that it's been life-changing. And it's a very powerful experience. Basically, what we do is it's a 7-week online course. So it's offered live. It's not a pre-recorded thing. So one of the main things that people get from it, they tell me, is the sisterhood and the feeling of community. So much of it, what we're doing can feel like we're doing it alone. And so this is really the way it really sort of works is we connect to the deeper story of the Magdalene. We look at how that relates or resonates in your own life, what themes and metaphors from her life are resonating in your life. We come up with a way, you come up with your own sort of goal. We do a process to sort of bring that into being so that you can come away from this program feeling like you achieved something that you've been longing for. And so through that, then we work with balancing the masculine and feminine because, well, we've discovered that many of us are quite out of balance in that way. So we look at how do we bring the divine feminine online more so that we're really living from this place. And so there's this particular module that has to do with that and with balance. And then we also connect deeply in with our own divine guidance, with our own intuition and creativity, so that our creativity can be a source of guidance and messages for us. We also connect you with your own sense of the divine, whether that's Mary Magdalene or another being. And we work with, throughout the process, we work with what happens when blocks come up, because it's not all candy and roses along the way. As we know, life is challenging. So what do we do in order to help us move through those things? So there's a whole module about that. And then how do we bring this into our life every day? That's always sort of the bottom line of it all, is how do we weave this into our life? It's lovely to go on retreat. It's lovely to sit in circles like this, but then we need to get up and go do other things. And how do we be able to stay in this energy? So that's really one of the underlying intentions of the course, is to allow you to do that. So to experience those practices and really bring the Magdalene mysteries into your everyday life as a modern day mystic or modern day priestess. And you can really start to feel more connected and more embodied in yourself as a spiritual being, as a soul inspired, as living a soul inspired life, as you awaken your divine feminine and balance with your own inner masculine. So we access your creativity as a spiritual practice and as a portal to divine connection and awaken divinity. And as we awaken our own sense of divinity, we start to create hope. We start to feel uplifted. And hope is also an acronym for heaven on planet Earth. So we're starting to really be able to take that work, not just for ourselves, but how is this impacting the world? So, like I said, it's 7 classes plus 2 integration sessions and other bonuses. It starts October 7th, and the cost is $222 for all of that. And I'm running a special early bird sale. So it's $188. It's $188. And I was going to have that close today after today's session. But I realized, it's Thursday. People may not watch the replay until tomorrow or maybe on the weekend. So I'm going to have that be available through the weekend. And I hope that you would consider joining me and joining us. It's really fun. We just have a really great time. And what happens in people's lives is amazing. So thank you for letting me share about that. I definitely really want to support you in living. We can be living the life of our dreams. It just takes coming together, and it takes intention, and it takes a sisterhood. And on that note, though, I do want to say aligned men are welcome to come in. We've had men in the program, and it's been lovely. And just the just right kind of guys join. People who are interested in the divine feminine are not your typical, sort of sporty dudes. And also wanted to mention that in order to support a multicultural experience, I love to offer a discount for BIPOC women. And I have a scholarship for that. So if that's something that, and this is really about being very upfront to address systemic racism, economic oppression, etc. And it's my very small way of counterbalancing that. But I felt like that's the least I can do. So if that's something that applies to you, then feel free to reach out, and then I send you a code for a discount for a scholarship. So I think that's what I have to share. I don't know if anyone has anything that you would like to share. I haven't seen anything coming in. Oops, I see something now. Thank you all for the energetic lifting. As ever in peace, Shelley says. And I'm seeing a bunch of things. I'm praying to transform service to be an opportunity for joyful connection rather than duty. Beautiful prayer and intention. Another message, lovely circle as always, need to leave early. Thank you and blessings. And another reflection, I feel more connected today. There's an energy that I experience that doesn't happen often for me, so I'm grateful. I know, that's been my experience too. I'm so happy to hear you say that, sister. That's why I do this with folks, because it's like, yes, this works. Experience makes a difference, and it takes me deeper. And she's praying for children right now, saying prayers to support them as they make their way to change the world. Oh, loving the book so far. Hard to put down, reading straight through, and then I'll use the practices. Awesome. Thank you. It always makes my heart sing hearing that. And it turns out that the Divine Masculine pipes in to let us know that today is the equinox at 6:03 p.m. Pacific time. So we're actually on the day, which is awesome. I love when that happens. I always celebrate the equinoxes on the 22nd because it's just the easiest thing for me to remember, rather than get all involved with, the calendar and all that. The science of it. But I love when people can pop in with the science of it. So thank you very much, Jonathan, for adding that into our circle. So any other questions or comments, please feel free. And once again, if you felt moved by today and want to support this Temple of the Divine Feminine, you can send me a donation. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you doing that. It's lovely to get the support to keep this going. And I'm going to close today by reading all right, so I just randomly opened the book. Let's see what we got. And, it is after the top of the hour. So if you have to leave, I understand that. All right, so this is from page 27 of the Magdalene Path. Teachers of Possibility. This is Magdalene is speaking here. It's the middle of a download. It's a new section called Teachers of Possibility. When the Christed One, Yeshua, your Jesus, and the Magdalene walked on this plane, our gift was to teach possibilities. We understood through our own talent and training that humans were infinitely more than we have all been led to believe. Our gift and goal was to teach that to everyone. When Yeshua said, do this in memory of me, or the Magdalene's name will be remembered always, or I do this to show you that you can do this and more, we meant this literally. We were showing you how great, we were not showing you how great he was and how he should be worshiped. Christ coming to earth was never meant to be about worship of him. Surely a teacher can be honored and respected, but 2 millennia of thinking a gifted man is a god insults all of humanity and your own greatness as beings of light. Do you see how the implication of his godhead serves the leaders and diminishes the followers? How can you ever progress and practice the miracles we showed you all how to do if you believe he is special and you are just meant to follow along for the ride? Your salvation from riding his coattails of adornment and worship. It is not the teaching we imparted. We're returning now to share how the energy can be received and how miracles can be performed. You all have this ability. This was our prime teaching. God, Goddess is within each of you, ready to pour out into your world. What a fabulous, perfect closure to this. And we were just talking about all of that. So just taking a moment in gratitude for all of you being here today, giving thanks for the presence of the Magdalene, Yeshua, Jesus, the priestesses, guides and guardians, beloveds that walk with you and walk with me. We give thanks for your presence here today. We open this circle here today, knowing the circle is open but unbroken. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. So blessed be. Thank you, beloveds. And I look forward to spending more time with you. I do hope to see you in the Magdalene Path program, which starts on October 7th. And otherwise, see you here next, another time in whatever way calls to you. Love and blessings to you all. I'm going to stop the recording so that you can come off chat and say anything that you would like to say to me or to everybody. And